What's up, Team CO5? It is DaddyOFive here. To all the Goodnight construction site fans or the kids out there in your local elementary school, middle school, and high school, or simply the teenagers at middle and high school, if you're now watching this, do you know the construction site vehicles that came from the Goodnight construction site series in this book called Goodnight Construction Site by Sherry Dusky Rinker and Tom Lichtenheld? Well, I think this book does not have any names on the construction vehicles. The names were unconfirmed in the Goodnight Construction Site series, in the Goodnight Construction Site book. But unlike Joey JCB and Tile the Little Bus, to have their exact construction vehicle names were confirmed as original characters in the North and South Korean kids TV show out of Tile the Little Bus, to have the 4 construction vehicle names who was working for the construction site, like Poco the Excavator, Max the Dump Truck, and even Billy the Bulldozer and Chris the Cement Truck. While in Joey JCB, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There were 11 construction vehicle names, like Joey JCB, a backhoe, Larry Lodahl, a forklift, Elvis Excavator. Elvis is an excavator. His first name is likely a reference to Elvis Presley, or something like that. Why he called him Elvis. Rex Roller, he's a steamroller. Max, he's a JCB high-speed bullet train car thingy, and he was made in the UK, United Kingdom, according to his rudder at the back. Doug is a dump truck. Tommy's a flatbed truck or transport truck. Dan is a bulldozer. Marty is a cement truck. And Marty Mixer is a cement mixer or a cement truck. Freddy Fast Track, that would be a pun on Freddy Fazbear from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, from Five Nights at Freddy's, or even his last name is Fast Track, like, that would be a pun on Fazbear for Freddy Fazbear's last name, from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, or Fast Track, his last name, his last name is Fast Track. His last name is based on Fast Track, or Fast Track, or simply Faster Track. Whatever I pronounce Freddy's last name, again, the word Faster Track, whatever I pronounced on Freddy's last name, I already said that. And Roxy Robot is a female purple JCB skid steer thingy. But in Thomas and Friends have construction vehicles, have faces, and they have their names. For example, Ned is a steamroller. Oliver is an excavator. He had the same name as Oliver, the Great Western Engine number 11, alongside Toad right at the back of him. Max and Monty are a dump truck. Max and Monty are twin dump trucks numbered 15 and 16. Jack and Alfie is a backhoe loader or tractor, and he's a green excavator, like Oliver. Ned is a dump truck or a lorry truck. Nelson, okay, let's not talk about Ned. He's a steam shovel, not a dump truck. So as for Nelson is a lorry truck or dump truck. Kelly is a crane. Patrick is a cement truck. And Darcy is actually a tunnel boring machine. Byron and Brenda are bulldozers. And also, by the way, for the steamrollers, like Buster is a steamroller, while George is also a steamroller. And he was in the Thomas and Friends TV specials to pave the road for the airport. For the planes to land was in Thomas and Friends Calling All Engines. They were seen in many Thomas and Friends seasons and episodes, as seen in model and CGI series. But in Goodnight, Goodnight construction site by Sherry Dusky Rinker and Tom Lechenheld, in this book, it sounds like 5 construction vehicle names. There were 5 different construction vehicle names. They don't have their names unless they were 5 unnamed construction vehicles. However, they just call them bulldozers, dump trucks, cement trucks, cranes, and excavators everywhere in this book. But I prefer, the bulldozer, the dump truck. So the bulldozer, a dump truck, a crane, an excavator, and a cement truck. But anyways, what if I name these 5 construction vehicles from Goodnight, Goodnight construction site? I prefer Jake the bulldozer, Cody the dump truck, Ryan the excavator, Alex the crane, and Mike the cement truck. For the theory of the 5 construction vehicle character names, whatever they have their birthdays, like they were born and built date. Starting off with Jake the bulldozer. So Jake is a bulldozer. So this is Jake. Jake is a Caterpillar D9 bulldozer. He is a bulldozer and he was born and built back in... This is Jake. Jake is a bulldozer. He is a Caterpillar D9 bulldozer. He is born and built back in May 18, 2002. And also, as for Ryan, Ryan is an excavator. He's a Caterpillar excavator. His birth date and his built date, he was born and built back in September 23, 2004. So that was Ryan. Ryan is an excavator. He's a Caterpillar excavator. He was born and built back in September 23, 2004. And also, as for Alex, the crane, whatever Caterpillars make mobile cranes like this, been a crane truck, like he was a Liber, like he's a Libier or Quebeco based crane truck thingy. Like, it's just a crane truck named Alex. He was a crane truck carrying a green pipe during all his work. And also, by the way, this crane truck has a birth date and a build date. He was born and built back in August 23 or August 24, 2007. And as for the dump truck named Cody, he has a dump truck. He had a birth date and a build date. He was born and built back in May 18, 2007. As for Mike the cement truck, he is a cement truck. And he had a birth date and a build date. He was born and built back in December 17, 1982. The cement truck's name is Mike the cement truck. He had a birth date and a build date. He was born and built back in December 17, 1982. This is why I named these 5 construction vehicles. I named them after these boys from DaddyOFive, isn't it? But anyways, that's all I have to say about this, and this is the conclusion how I named these 5 construction vehicles are from Goodnight Goodnight construction site by using these 5 boys' names from the DaddyOFive series. But anyways, like and subscribe to DaddyOFive, and I'll see you in the next video, or in the next episode of DaddyOFive, The Ballad of the Fat Controller. Thank you, and goodbye. Peace out, peace.